The devil is back, baby. We are talking about Daredevil Born Again, and we're just doing the mid-season review. So we're so glad you're here with us today on Two Geeks and a Microphone.
Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Two Geeks and a Microphone. I am your co-host, Mr. Steven Boster, along with the one, the only, the one who's got some internet issues today, Mr. Michael Shanks. Say hey to everybody, Mike.
Good morning to all you geeks out there in Geekdom Land. Yeah, we just switched to AT&T Internet Air, so technically it's like cellular in a way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's getting a bad connection, a goofy connection, or what's going on. So, hopefully I don't blink out.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll just give everybody a heads up, and then we'll laugh about it later.
What happens. Yeah. So that's what's going on. We're testing out new internets here and stuff like that.
It's one of those things where, I'll assign you a whole bunch of work to do since you're not here, since you fizzled out on. I do that to people at work all the time. Oh, they're not here? Guess who's doing this?
And how that works. In my job, usually it's the person that's there that gets all the work.
No, that's why I make sure everybody shows up.
So-and-so's not here, so you need to do his work and your work. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no, I have a good time with everybody. So, hey, I'm excited about today's show because we've got a couple of things we want to talk about here at the beginning, and I got a surprise for Mike, and I want to get his input. So he's gonna watch something here when we get to Geeky News here shortly, and then we've got some other Geekdar, kind of what's on our Geekdar, and then we're going to talk Daredevil. Mike and I have not talked about it whatsoever. And so it's going to be interesting because I'm sure we'll reflect on Netflix, the original Netflix show, maybe a little bit, but where we're at with this one. And it should be interesting. So I'm so glad you're here with us. Make sure you just like and subscribe to the video, but also put comments down below. So because we love interacting with everybody and we'd love to get your feedback as well. So with that,
I'm just biting my tongue. There's certain things. Yeah.
I love it. Mike always has opinions, and that's what I love about it. So.
I do have opinions. I'm full of opinion. He's full of something, but it's not opinions.
So everybody, if you've got your coffee ready, I've got my coffee and my Two Geeks mug.
I'm drinking Glitch this morning, actually.
Nice, everybody. Real quick, we'll just do a plug for Glitch real quick since you're drinking the Glitch. If you go, the Glitch is GLYTCH. If you go to the website and you put in Two Geeks, you get a 10% discount. Sometimes they're doing other deals and stuff like that, but we really enjoy the Glitch energy drink. It's pretty nice. So if you like energy drinks, you want to try one, it's really good. Mike, which one are you drinking today?
I'm drinking the Skill. What is it? Skill. Oh, I always forget that one. What that one's called. Megan's not in here to tell me. It's Skill something.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called.
And your favorite?
Oh, my favorite, hands down, is Smurf Juice. And hey, everybody, if you go to the website and then check them out, they do have, like, you can do a sampler pack, and Smurf Juice is one of the sample packs, or it was in the past when I've gotten it before. So, definitely worth getting a freebie, sample pack. I'm looking for the name of it right now. And of course I don't see it. Oh my gosh. It's one of their regular ones too. It's Skill something. I don't know. And I always say it wrong, and Megan always corrects me. But yeah, Smurf Juice is my absolute favorite one. That one is delicious. And this one's good too. Don't get me wrong. This one's good. Skill Issue. That's what it is.
Skill issue. Okay. Well, I should have remembered too. So just saying. So I should have remembered too.
And Smurf, and I'll say what I always say: Gargamel was right. Smurfs are delicious. Crush those little blue creatures up and crush them into a powder and make them into a drink, and yeah, they're delicious.
All right. Yeah. Right now they're doing 15% off your first order, but then after that, if you want to help support us, it's great. We don't get a whole lot, but we like it, kind of a thing. So, all right. Well, with that, everybody, that's done out of the way. Let's go ahead and you ready to do the news?
Sure. Let's do the news.
All right. Let's do the news. All right. Now, hey, everybody, I am excited because there's something that popped up yesterday, and Mike and I are pretty big Batman fans. And oh, by the way, I'm almost done with the audiobook Batman Resurrection.
I'm down to the last, I think, 2 chapters.
That's where I'm at. I'm at the last 2 chapters.
Nice. So we might have to do a follow-up and just talk about
the book. I think that's a great idea. I have thoroughly enjoyed the audiobook.
Good.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Because there's another one coming out later this year.
I know. He just announced it. There you go, everybody. There's a little bit of news. So Batman Resurrection is getting a new sequel. Yeah. This still takes place in between Batman 89 and what was the second Batman one?
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Yes.
That's the one with Michelle Pfeiffer. And
yes.
Yeah. Danny DeVito. So
yeah. Yes. Still Danny Elfman.
The Christmas movie.
Music. The Christmas movie. Right.
And I did watch it this last Christmas.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff right there. Yes. And so I've thoroughly enjoyed the book. So yeah, I think we should talk about it. And I think we should go ahead and do the next one too when it comes out. I think, see if Jackson Miller wants to come back.
Yeah, I think definitely we'll throw out an invite to John. I don't think it'll be an issue getting him back. I think he had a really good time this last time, and he was very eager to come on the show. So I don't think it'll be an issue getting him back. The only thing I could see is scheduling. Scheduling would be an issue. But other than that, we'll see. We'll see when it comes out.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it, and I'm sitting there going, "There's a reason he's a published author." I mean, he is very good. He is a good writer.
Speaking of published authors, actually, I do want to announce something.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So, as most people know, I published my first book on the same day John Jackson Miller published this particular book, Batman.
Yes.
Speaking of, everything goes back to Batman. Anyway, my book, The Immortality Code, I had been working on the audiobook version of this, and I've been working my butt off to try and get this thing released on Audible.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was very close to getting it released on Audible. I thought back in February, by the end of the month, I would have it up on Audible. Come to find out, I went through all of the hoops to get it on there. And waited over a month for them to finally just tell me, no, you can't use AI voices for your audiobook. Which
it's like, really?
Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with them having that as a rule. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But why make me jump through all these hoops for a month straight? And then tell me, no, you can't put yours up there because it's done with AI.
Yeah.
It's done with an AI voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I have an issue. That should have been right out of the gate. This is what we require, and so on and so forth. Now, maybe I missed something when I read things, but, I went through all the checks and everything, and all the checks said I was good. So I just don't understand. It makes me upset. Anyway. So it sounds like I am not going to get my book released on Audible unless I pay somebody to read it. which at this
Which
moment,
you've already paid AI to do it.
yeah,
Because AI has tokens and
yeah, I paid 3 months worth of AI
right.
reading it.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly happy with what I got from AI. So it looks like what's going to happen. I don't have it 100% ready yet. I got to get it in one file format, and then once I get it there, I think we are going to officially release it on our Ko-fi page, on the Two Geeks and a Microphone Ko-fi page. So what will happen is, if you are a subscriber to our Ko-fi page, you will be able to get it. If you are not a subscriber, then you can either subscribe to our Ko-fi page and get it, or you can pay a fee and get it. I'll announce that fee when we get closer to releasing it.
Well, you're trying to be pretty reasonable with that fee, though. I wanted to know that you're not like it's going to be $40.
No, well, I didn't go overpriced on. I don't think I went overpriced on the book itself. I mean, the book itself, I made $8.99. I thought was a very reasonable price, and then electronic version, I think I made that $3.99 or something like that. So, the audible version of it will be audio version. I'm not going to say audible.
Audio version, yes. The audiobook
version is going to be comparable in price to the print and the e-version. So,
yeah. Well, you worked hard on it. That's pretty cool. So everybody be watching out for that. So, all right, here we go, guys. I want to surprise Mike. Mike has not seen this. Well, he's seen 2 seconds of it because I was trying to get it working. But
yeah, I did.
Kind of a thing. But so there was an announcement made yesterday, and I'm going to show what the announcement is, a video. Hopefully this will work. And so we're going to get Mike's reaction to it, and then we're going to talk about it. Here we go. Let's see if this works.
Welcome to Gotham, Jimmy. It's not as bad as it looks.
DC and Realm present.
Our vigilante, or Batman, as he's called, possesses extraordinary physical skill.
DC High Volume.
Batman. Fear. I have to make them afraid. I shall become a bat. Look there.
What the hell?
The Dark Knight's definitive DC Comics stories.
He's got a motorcycle. Get after him or I'll have you shot.
Take him down.
Adapted directly for audio for the very first time.
Thinks he's a damn Robin Hood.
He dies.
Looks like it's just you and me now, Phil Cody.
Yeah.
Hit the floodlight. It's showtime. New episodes every Wednesday. Follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Batman hasn't attacked anybody. What do you mean, blow up the building?
From this moment on, none of your stuff.
DC High Volume. Batman. Premiering April 2nd.
Okay, so they're adapting.
Whoops.
Welcome to Gotham.
Let me go back. They are adapting
Batman,
Year One.
Batman: The Long Halloween. Oh, that's going to be good.
Part 1 and Part 2.
Oh, and Part 2. Okay, cool. Oh, this is going to be really cool.
And so it's a
does
weekly.
Does it say who's doing the voice?
No.
The voice is pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Kevin Conroy, but
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. But I'm excited for it. I thought, oh man, Mike's gonna go crazy. I got to get this on the show for tomorrow because they just released this yesterday.
This sounds really cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did
you hear the sound effects? I mean, they were doing the explosions, the wood. I don't know if you heard in the explosion, but the wood.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a completely immersive audio theater is what it sounds
yes.
like.
Yes, a good word.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me a lot of Big Finish Audio's Doctor Who. And that's a high bar. That's a very, very high bar. Because in my opinion, they do the best, hands down, best audio plays. We'll leave it at that. Audio plays.
Yeah. Okay. I like that term. Audio plays. Mark's it. Yep. Real quick. Mark's in the house. Gentlemen, good morning, you sexy.
That Mark Macrina. Cool.
That is Mark Macrina, yes.
Welcome, Mark. Thank you for joining us, buddy. All right.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, okay. So I thought you might like that. I'm like a nice audio because I've been listening to, Batman Resurrection on audiobook, which was good, but it's an audiobook. But this one I was like, this is how do you say it? Audio play. I like how you said that, immersive audio and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. Thought you might like that.
That would be really cool if somebody could adapt John Jackson Miller's book into some kind of format like this. You know what? We get him back on. We should throw that idea out to him.
Right.
Maybe he can pitch that to Warner Brothers or something and get Warner Brothers to do it. I mean, they're already doing this stuff, so why not, right?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not add it? I saw someone.
And we'll take a shekel. We'll take a shekel for the idea.
Now, I will say this, though. I was going to ask you this. I saw someone state on the audiobook reviews for John Jackson Miller's book, Batman Resurrection. They said this was the sequel to 89 that they were wanting versus the comic book.
Versus the comic book?
Yeah.
Oh, the new comic books. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got them and they're okay. They're not, they're just okay. The book is his novel.
This novel is great.
Okay. I'm not speaking for John because I guarantee you John is going to be like, no. I'm not putting down anybody else's work. So
right.
This is not John's words. This is my words as a fan. I think the novel is much more betterer.
Much cheers. Much more better.
Comic books. I am not saying do not go buy the comic books. They are fun. Nice to read. I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but the novel's better. It is.
Yeah.
It's a better continuation.
Yeah.
And they're different stories too. So it's not like you're going to lose anything, if you don't get one or they're totally different stories. So,
yeah. Well, he did. John Jackson Miller did keep in the same vein of the Tim Burton universe.
Yes.
There are things that occur in there that we should have a conversation about because you're going to make fun of me because I was like, oh, Mike is right.
Now I'm intrigued.
All right.
I'm right. Wow.
Right. So, all right.
Hopefully my wife's listening so she knows I was right.
All right. We're going to roll into Geekdar, everybody. Let's do this.
Go with the radar, sir. What's wrong with it? I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps. The what? The what? And the what? You know, the bleeps. The sweeps. And the creeps. That's not all he's lost.
All right. So for my Geekdar,
I should have.
What'd she say? Oh, my bad. I did that. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. That was Brenda. That's pretty funny. That's a voiceover right there.
And 14 times a week.
Well, okay. Good call.
60 times a month.
He's just rolling off.
Depending on the month.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, hey, I want to talk about, I have been watching Wheel of Time, and we're halfway through the season, and actually this season is actually pretty good. It's not real bad. I will say this. Oh yeah, here's Brenda's comeback, everybody. She goes, "Hey, you're doing math."
Yeah.
The joke behind that is he doesn't like math, and he's doing
my tagline.
That's right. Not doing math.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, you were on it there though. So, I have read the first book in the Wheel of Time, series, and I've listened to it. When I started my Audible subscription years ago, and we're talking maybe 5 years ago, when I started it, because I had a friend who said, this is an incredible series. We were in the bookstore together and he said, this is really good. And so I said, well, sitting down to read is difficult, but I can listen to it. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I've listened to this whole series a bunch of times. Now there's a bunch of books in this series, in the Wheel of Time series, like 13 books, I think. Those of you who are really big fans will squash me on that, how many there are. The author is Robert Jordan. The first book I went through and I listened to, I loved it. Really interested. The ending was a little quick. I don't want to say Deus Machina kind of ending, but it was interesting. It was intriguing. It was a whole fleshed out world and that kind of thing. Now, if you're a reader and you like to read books and you like books more than you like TV shows and movies, then I encourage you to read the book. Don't watch the TV series, because the TV series is different. They've done different things with the series. But if you like fantasy and if you like epic kind of fantasy kind of stuff, Wheel of Time series is really good. I think the first book's called End of the World. I can't even think of it all of a sudden, but it's really good. Brenda says 15 books according to Alexa.
Steven, you know how you always tell me, I ask Claude this, I ask Claude that. Brenda asks Alexa everything.
Nice. Yes. So it actually is a really good. This season has been really good. Do you need to watch the other seasons? Yeah, you do, because they're all connected. But this season has been enjoyable and stuff, even though it's different.
I watched season 1 because we actually covered season 1.
I think we did, yeah.
That was like 2 years ago, though, I think.
Right.
It's been a while.
Now we're in the middle of season 3, yeah.
Right. So, but you weren't real happy with season 1, I thought.
That is correct. I was not. Just because I've read the book.
Right, yeah.
And so, so I just kind of decided to stick with it. I still have them. I've got some of the audiobooks. I went to a used bookstore and got a whole bunch of the regular books at a really crazy price. Really? Over the last couple of years. Yeah. Well,
probably because the series came out, so a bunch of people are looking for
this was before the series came out. So when I bought the books, really? Because my friend he listens to audiobooks. And he has gone through this. Actually, I saw him last night and we talked, that we bumped into each other at the grocery store. And he was like, I was talking about, have you been watching the show? He goes, no.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because he was just like, they change so much.
I just looked up Wheel of Time book set on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's $146.
Yeah, that's about $10 a book.
But it's a 15 book set too. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's about $10 a book. So I guess that's not bad.
No, I encourage people to read the first book. Robert Jordan, he also wrote Conan novels, by the way, under a pseudonym, I believe. And he was, I think the story goes, he's like, oh, I can write my own fantasy better than what's coming out today. And so he did. Now he died in the midst of the whole series. And that's where Brandon Sanderson came in. And
I remember you talking about this. Yeah.
He came in and finished based upon all the notes and all the world building and all that kind of stuff. I know for epic fantasy writers, I've heard people say that, yeah, their notes in their world building and all their own encyclopedias and stuff they use to help them and keep track of stuff is bigger than the books themselves. That's crazy for me to think about.
My wife will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I bought her book 1 of this when
The Eye of the World. That's the name of it. Now that I'm thinking about, I said End of the World. Sorry. Eye of the World.
Oh, for the first book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, there's another collection here. It's 1 through 4. And it's $37.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Yeah, read the books now.
Okay, yeah, I see. Eye of the World, The Great Hunt, The Dragon Reborn, and The Shadow Rising. And
yeah, so those,
book
I think,
5 is New Spring.
Yeah. And so here's the thing that there's some people who say, if you're a reader, everybody, what I have heard is there's what's called the slog, that when you get into the books, like the beginning of the books are really good, and then there's the first 4 I think are really good, and then it a couple of them kind of drag. You don't have a whole lot of stuff going on, but there's a lot of world building and all those kinds of things. And then it starts picking up, and then he dies, and then Brandon Sanderson takes over, and then it just goes through the moon.
Gotcha.
Kind of a thing. So, yeah. So, but anyway, so the nice thing is you can, if you want to, you can get them on Kindle. Let me see what the Kindle price is.
$7.99.
$7.99.
Oh.
Or if you
for the first book, it was
for the first book $7.99. And then I would just tell people, don't buy the whole set, just buy the first book. Or
well, of course, if you got Kindle Unlimited, it's free. So
the first 4 are, I think, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whoa, they're all on Kindle Unlimited.
There you go.
There's your price, everybody. If you are a reader, holy cow, $11.99. Because it's $11.99 a month for Kindle Unlimited. I paused my Kindle Unlimited subscription for a little bit.
Unless, of course, you're our friend Tom, because he don't like ebooks. So
right, yes, I'm an ebook person.
I'm back and forth. Sometimes I like ebooks. Sometimes I prefer the physical, like Batman. There is no way I was going to buy the ebook of Batman. I gotta have this. I gotta have the physical here.
No, there's something to be said about physical media. We should, you know what? When we get Tom Hutchinson back, everybody, they're doing his company's doing a 15-year anniversary.
Yes, and we're going to be celebrating that.
Yes, and that's coming up in a month from now. And what's really cool is we should talk to him a little bit more, because that was a great conversation about physical media and digital media.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mike is a physical media person. I'm a digital media person.
Well, I go back and forth. I mean, I had a Nook. My Nook is not working really well anymore. But then I got a generic tablet.
Yeah.
Only because I couldn't afford a new iPad. Otherwise, I would have bought a new iPad. But I bought a generic tablet, and I do have my Nook on my tablet. And I also got Kindle on my tablet too. I don't have Kindle Unlimited, but I have the Kindle app. So, and I've bought several books on Nook. I tend to buy books that I don't necessarily want to collect, but I want to read. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like Batman, this is something I collect. If it's Batman, I want physical media of it.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I want physical media. I do have a few Star Wars ebooks just because I got like really super good deals on those.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, I can't pass that one up. So I bought, but those tend to be not the books that I'm like, oh, I got to have this book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I go back and forth on it. I bought some of, Phil Robinson's from the Duck Dynasties. I bought some of his ebooks and stuff and just read them on my tablet and stuff. And so I go back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm not like die hard one or the other. It depends.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same. I've been doing, me and good deals. So I have a collection of books that I would like to get, but I wait. But I tell you what the funny thing is we've been hitting like Goodwill stores and thrift stores and stuff like that. And I was able to get 4 books for like $3.50 kind of thing the other day. And I'm just like, so I'm really excited about waiting and finding some books that I've been wanting. I mean, one book that there was like $40 for this book, but I found it at the Goodwill for $3 because it was a hardback.
Nice.
And I was like, so now I'm like, I'm going on a regular basis, just seeing what's there, kind of a thing. But there's nothing like buying a new book. Brenda, what'd she say?
I love the feel and smell of a book. And
there's something to be said for that.
Oh, what did I just do? Oh, there we go. Okay. Somehow I created a new layer, Steven.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't know what I did. Anyway.
Just click off to the side. It's fine.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. Brenda's right. There is something to be said about a book, and a new book.
I'm glad you said
even
me.
What?
Brenda's right.
Oh. All right. Well, hey, we better get moving along. I can't believe we just been chit-chatting and talking. It's been great to have these conversations, everybody. Hey, tell us what you think in the comments if you like physical media or digital media, or why. Oh, speaking of which, here comes Mark. Keep buying digital books and the robots win. Well played, Mark. Well played. All right. Point taken.
Do you know this boy?
Oh gosh, that's funny. All right, well,
I need your clothes.
Terminator.
I love the
kind of a thing.
Great.
Yep. Movie. All right, well, we're gonna head to the main event, everybody. Let's do this. It's time for the main event. All right, we are talking about Daredevil. Daredevil, everybody. If you're in the house for Daredevil and you have an opinion, it is gonna flow. Mark said, "For all I know, you two are robots." Yeah. Well, you know our affinity for using AI and enjoying the process of AI, so maybe we're just AI characters.
Okay, this is so weird, Steven. So I'm looking at my screen here, and I'm still seeing the main event on.
Well, everybody, we knew he was having some internet issues, so he'll be back in just like 2 seconds. There he is.
There we go.
It's because your internet probably.
I don't know what's going on. That's strange.
It's all right. You're back. It's all good. So, Daredevil, we're all going to have some opinions and all. Mark just said he knew it. Yes, we are robots. It's why you've never met us in real person. By the way,
Zig and Jeff have met me, though.
Well, that's true. But no one's met me. I'm just kidding. I stay hunched in my little mountain range, Bozeman, Montana location.
You are the man. Oh, what is it? The Man in the Mountain. I think that's the Twilight Zone episode, or something like that. The man in the hill. Or I forget.
We'll have to go back.
It's some computer up in the mountains and stuff.
Yes,
tells them all what to do in there.
Yeah, that'd be me. No, I'm just kidding. So, so we are, planning a trip. At some point, I want to get to the Northeast to see you guys. So whether that means we try to do some kind of event, or if there's a Comic-Con, near there or something like that, we could all hang out and have a good time. So, oh, Brenda's saying that I'm real. She's met me. She's known me for a long time.
I've known him for longer.
That's true. I remember your guys' first date.
Yeah. That's when
I know.
Knife on me.
Something like that. Yes. That's another story for another time, everybody. I'm just kidding. Oh, see, he went out again. See, he's not meant to tell that story right now because he's. See, you're not meant to tell that story. You disappeared just as you're about to say it.
Oh, dang. I don't know what.
Oh, my goodness. That's funny. Okay. Everybody, here's what we're going to do. We go through, we kind of talk about the series in general, real quick, no spoilers. We're going to give our rating, and then of where it's at so far in the series, what we like and all that. And then we'll move into spoilerific territory so we can talk about different things and stuff like that. So, there's been 4 episodes, and we are, I guess there's only 8. So that's why we said a mid-season review and stuff. We had other things happening. So it's why we didn't do like a first episode review, which is normally what we do. We normally do a first 1 or 2 episodes, and then we wait till the season ends and then talk about it again. So
we just skipped to the mid-season
we just skipped to mid-season. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, here we go, everybody. Daredevil Born Again.
I have words.
You have words. Okay. Are they spoiler territory words, or are they? You can talk about it now.
I can start talking about it now without giving away too many spoilers.
Okay.
So, first off, I want to say that this was my most anticipated Marvel event for a long, long time.
Okay.
Because Marvel has not been exciting me lately. I've been disappointed with a lot of their stuff lately.
That just sounded funny. Marvel has not excited me lately.
I love it. Yeah. I watch a lot of Jeff Dunham. You know who Jeff Dunham
is? Yeah.
And
I kill you.
Yeah, I kill you. And it just reminded me of Peanut. Jeff, am I harassing you sexually? Right. Peanut's great. So anyway, this has been my most anticipated Marvel series for quite a while. And I'd heard a lot of rumors about what was going on when they started filming this.
Mm-hmm.
And because from what I understood, Kevin Feige was not happy with what they had done. And he walked into the studios and said, I want you to scrap everything you're doing and start over. And that actually gave me a lot of hope for this series. Then I watched the first episode. And there were things I really liked. And there were things that ticked me off because I'm like, well, wait, exactly what happened that I heard Kevin Feige reversed. So I won't say what that is just yet, but I was a little bit...
I know where you're headed. Yeah.
A little bit upset, and so there's that.
Yeah.
Now, I do like... I do like the current lineup in the show. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away at the beginning here. The current lineup's really good. And then, of course, Charlie Cox as Daredevil is freaking amazing. And Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is just absolutely incredible. Marvel's casting at finest. I have always thought that for these two. I mean, they're right up with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Chris Evans as Captain America. I mean, those were two excellent castings. I don't think they could have ever beat those two castings unless you compare these two. These two is probably the closest you could ever come to beat.
That's a good insight. I agree with you. Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I love them. I love their dynamic, and really them and their dynamic is what makes this show. If you did not have that, this show would suck.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd agree. And so I would also say that when they were on the screen together, no, that's okay.
Spoiler territory.
Yeah. When they were on the screen together, there was no Steven skips. There was no, I actually leaning in going,
oh, nice.
Oh, what's going on? I mean, those were, for me, in the first 4 episodes, the scene where they're in the diner car together.
Yes.
Phenomenal. It's great.
And Kingpin says he misses the one diner that was in the original series. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice little callback to the original.
It was good. So yeah. So okay, so real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, for the first half of the series, obviously this is not a final kind of a thing, but let's do it out of, you want to do it out of horns? Horns, because he's carrying broken horns. Broken horns. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So out of 1 out of 10, 10 being the best. Now I got to take in consideration there are a few things that rub me the wrong way about this series, and
fine.
I'll get into that.
So they lose points for that, is what you're saying?
Yes. Okay. They definitely lose points for that.
Okay.
and this being midpoint, not final, I am going to give it 6 broken horns.
Okay. Okay. I am the same, actually. 6 broken horns.
Nice.
I was like, there's stuff that frustrates me. There's stuff that I'm like, ooh, that was cool. We need more of that. And then there's the Steven skit part. I'm like, come on, move it along, kind of a thing.
Well, and then last night we had an introduction of one of my favorite characters from the series, and I was happy and sad at the same time.
I was happy and sad at the same time. Great. We're going to have some great conversations because I concur. And I didn't even watch. Well,
didn't watch last night's?
No, I watched last night's. Sorry. I'll explain later, everybody. What I did
last night's, it's Thursday nights, but anyway.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I watched it last night. Right. I concur. So
we also watched Reacher too, which Reacher's phenomenal.
Reacher is great. Well, the last episode of Reacher was just a filler episode, I felt.
Well, yeah,
to get it to the end.
Okay,
I'm excited for this. The whole we're doing our own review.
We have a Reacher review coming up.
We do have a Reacher review. Sorry about that, everybody. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, so here we go, everybody. We're going to move into spoilerific territory because we got 20 minutes left. And we've been having a good time today. So thanks, everybody, for being here with us. It's so great to have you. We'd love to hear from you. If you've been watching the Daredevil show, we'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. So, but if you have not seen it, if you don't care about spoilers, hang out with us. This is one that if you haven't seen it, I don't know if it matters. A lot of times we're like, oh, it's so good, we don't want to spoil it. Stop watching now, kind of a thing. But I can't say that about this one. I wish I could.
There's some good parts to it, but
yeah,
this is definitely not the finest of the series. That's for sure.
Okay.
I mean, well, I guess of this series technically, because it's, anyway.
Right. The Disney Plus series versus the Netflix series.
Versus the Netflix series. Yes. Definitely go back and watch the Netflix series because
now they are good. Now, am I thankful that we do have this Daredevil series?
Yeah.
I am. Because I really enjoy Charlie Cox as Daredevil. I always thought he's done a great job. And he is a good actor. First thing I saw him in was Stardust, the movie Stardust. It's a great little fantasy. Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. You'll like it.
Okay. And you love her as Catwoman.
So, all right. So Charlie Cox does a great job with it. All right. So here we go, everybody. This is spoilers. I'm going to put this up just in case so people see it because this is a big fat spoiler. What was your opinion of episode 1?
Okay. First off, I was extremely happy we had the entire gang back. Seeing Karen back and seeing Foggy back, I was thrilled. Love those characters.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then we have the moment. Foggy gets killed. And I went, what the?
Beep. Where's my beep? We'll fix it in post.
This is exactly what I heard had happened when Kevin Feige went in and said, scrap what you're doing. Because I had heard that they killed off both the originals and we didn't have them at all during the entire new season. And I was ticked. I'm like, no, I really like Karen and I really like Foggy. I think they add a lot to Matt's team, So seeing Foggy killed now, emotionally, it was rough. It was a good scene as far as that goes,
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of got it afterwards because it's like, okay, this is Daredevil born again. And if you don't break down a team, rebuild into a new team, how can you have Daredevil born again? So in that sense, I get what they're doing, but I don't necessarily like it. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
I was upset with that. And then Karen has just kind of slipped off now. She didn't die, but
she just disappeared.
Yeah, she just disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
So
saw her
Matt,
at the funeral and then disappeared,
right. And Matt has no connection. He doesn't seem to have any connection with Karen whatsoever at this point. I mean, they've been friends for how long? It's like, really? I don't,
Right.
I don't know.
Agreed.
I don't know. I'm iffy on the way this thing started. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that he died. I didn't like that he disappeared, and I also didn't like that that's the beginning sequence. We get to see a great fight sequence. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we did.
We
Yep.
haven't seen Daredevil in suit since.
Right. That was
that was another thing. Yeah.
I had heard that you did not see the suit for the first 4 episodes. Now we saw it in episode 1, and you're right. We haven't seen it once. Now we do have that moment where Kingpin says, Kingpin becomes mayor. Now I like that. I actually like that a lot because I do believe they did that in the comics. I'm not 100% up on my Daredevil comics. I don't really read the Daredevil books, but I do believe that's comic book accurate that at one point he does become mayor. So I like that aspect. I think that's a good idea. I think it's good to explore that in the television series. And he says, there will be no vigilantes in my city. So I get the idea of he's trying to avoid the vigilante thing because he doesn't want to get nailed, so on and so forth. I understand that. But the show is called Daredevil, not Matt Murdock.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I want to see Matt Murdock, and do I want to see him in the court cases because I want to see that smart, intelligent lawyer? Yes, I do want the aspects of that. But ultimately, the show is called Daredevil, not Matt Murdock and whatever his team's called.
All right, real quick. Angie's in the house. Hey, Angie, good to see you. She also says that she wants to start reading the Daredevil books. And then
go back to Kinky Dad's. I know.
I get it. She goes, I think it's supposed to be set up for him coming back with a vengeance. Yes, we concur. Now, 3 Geeky Dads in the Netflix series say the original Daredevil show on Netflix, he didn't have a suit for the entire first season.
You're absolutely right. He didn't, but he was also establishing himself in the first one. I will give you that. He wore the black thing with the goofy black mask, and yes, I didn't care for that much, but I give that grace only because he's developing himself and developing the suit. Batman went through the same thing in the beginning. Batman did not have the bat suit to begin with either, so I can give grace for that. But he's established now.
Yeah.
So
Sage Page is in the house as well. Sage says this: I was raised to believe in grace, but I was also raised to believe in 2 geeks and a microphone. LOL. Morning, everyone. Figured that quote was appropriate. Paraphrased.
Thank you.
That was great. Love it. Good to see you, man. Good to have you here with us.
And thank you for the comments, 3 Geeky Dads too.
Yes.
I do love and respect you guys' opinions.
Yep. Yeah. And then she said, I don't remember what we were talking about that.
Well, whatever it was true. So
yeah. Listen, I think he's re-establishing himself in this series. It's rebuilding, and he's going to kick. Yes. He's going to kick some derriere.
Well, and
I
did say that the new series is called Daredevil Born Again. So, and that's what I was saying. I don't like that we've destroyed the team, but I do like the new team. I actually enjoy, I can't think of their names right now, but the new guy that he has, I really like him. He's good.
The guy who was the police officer who saw who he was and then decided to help him. And
right.
Yeah.
I really like him, and the new girl's pretty good too. I like her. So I'm not saying I don't like the new team. I like Karen and Foggy better. But I had 3 seasons of falling in love with those characters too. So.
Well, it'd be one thing if they rebuilt the team altogether, kind of a thing. But I get it. They were trying to create that emotional.
Yeah. And I guess they did a good job of that. There is emotion behind losing Foggy too. So there is that. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm just saying there's some things I didn't like.
Yeah, sure. She was saying true to 3 Geeky Dads podcast about the first season of Daredevil.
Okay.
And then she asked him, what rating did we give it thus far? We gave it a 6 out of 10 broken horns.
Right.
That's what we gave it. And all.
Okay, I've been very opinionated. It's your turn.
Sorry, hang on. I got to sneeze again.
Oh. And as we wait for Steven to sneeze.
Yeah, sorry.
I bless you, and I only give you 2 bless yous, all right?
Right. I won't do a third one.
You don't get any more after 2.
After 2, that's it. 2 at a time. Cool.
Right, because I assume that you've been taken over by demons at that point. You're on your own. I guess.
Yeah. That would be intriguing. Okay, so here's what I liked. I did like the fight sequence at the beginning, and we've got Bullseye, which I was like, okay, we got Bullseye in here. That's pretty cool. I do think it's running slow. I think it would have been better as a movie with some iconic scenes. Like the scene in the diner was fantastic.
Yes.
That was just incredible. The monologue or discussion, whatever, however I would say it, with the Punisher was also phenomenal. Incredible. Now, what I was saying earlier, everybody, just to follow up, is I have not watched the Punisher series. I think I watched the first season, but I didn't watch the rest of them.
Oh, we got to go through Punisher.
and I'm up for that. I am up for that. It at that time, it just became a time thing, of watching stuff. So, but I do think, what's his name? Barenthal. What's his first name? Jonathan? No.
Oh, God.
John Barenthal, I think.
John Barenthal. Yeah.
Is incredible as Punisher.
He was in The Walking Dead.
Yes. And when I saw he got cast, I wasn't really for sure openly because I had seen the first season of Walking Dead and all that. And, but I tell you what, he's been a great Punisher. He's probably one of my favorites. Thomas Jane was good as Punisher. Who else was the other one? I can't remember. So they weren't.
Didn't Dolph Lundgren play Punisher once?
I think he did.
I think
did. So. But the acting that John Barenthal has done in this series as Punisher has just been fantastic.
In my opinion, hands down, he is the best live action Punisher.
Live action Punisher. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And what we saw what I really liked about that scene in the gym area where they were, talking and stuff is, man, he went full tilt on Punisher, the agony, the pain, the depths of what they do, why they do what they do was just phenomenal. It was great. It's like the series has these pocket beautiful moments. This is a great scene. The opening sequence was a great scene. The scene where he kind of starts to fight again, that where the bad cops were there like, oh, great. What's going to happen here? And then he just, in that scene I watched probably 10 times. I rewound it and watched it. So nice. a Steven reverse, whatever we want to call it. Yeah. I was like, ooh, let's watch that again. Oh, I got to see that again. Oh, that's
we had a Steven reverse moment too, and I don't remember what it was. But I did that because I was like, wait a minute. I got to see that again. And I reversed it. And I said, when I did it, I go, hey, I just had a Steven reverse.
Yep. Was funny. Really good. But so there's pocket moments that are really good, but in the grand scheme of things, it's been slow in some ways. Here it is. Steven replay. # Steven replay. I love it. Steven skip and Steven replay. I love it. Love it.
Looks like
I think she's saying the second season wasn't that far. It wasn't all that great. And then he is the favorite. Okay. He agrees with us on the original movies. And then, this is how the Netflix series was for Punisher.
I love the Netflix Punisher. I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
Granted, it's been a while since I watched it. I mean, it's been 7 years or so, however long it's been since it's, been on.
Yeah.
He is phenomenal as the Punisher. My only problem with that episode, I mean, it was a good episode. The meeting between the two was great. The conversation was great. I will agree with all of that. But I was just disappointed because I wanted to see Punisher kicking ass, and I didn't get that. So I was disappointed. I want him. You got the Punisher on screen. I want to see him kicking ass. I want to see him beating somebody up. I want to see him killing somebody. That's what the Punisher does. That's what he's there for. He felt a little broken in here, and I want him to get over that quickly, and I want him to start just being the Punisher. So
Gotcha.
that was my only issue with that. The other issue I have with the series in general, and this is a problem across media, across the board. I'm tired of the all cops are bad crap. I'm just sick and tired of it. Because they made it look like in this series, every single cop in here is
on the take.
Yeah, on the take, corrupt, and I'm like, come on, this is getting old. Stop it. Even Gotham City has good cops. They have bad cops, and I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that because Gotham is a really messed up city, and Hell's Kitchen is supposed to be a messed up city. Also, I get that they're similar in there, as George Lucas says. It rhymes. Anyway, I just get tired of the whole every cop is bad. Can we get over this now?
Yeah,
it's time to stop this BS and labeling every cop as bad. That's my biggest issue with this.
Yeah.
And then not only that, every single one of the bad cops has got the Punisher tattoo on his or her neck. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what you're doing. All the bad cops have the Punisher on it, which then, of course, you're going to try and tie that to the Punisher and make him look like he's the bad guy. And anyway, so
Here,
that
real
was
quick,
my issue, and it did lose a point for that.
Okay, here's what Angie was saying. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry. Oh man, I forgot to mute my microphone.
That's two.
Yep. That's three or two bless yous. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So she said Punisher we're supposed to get next season. I know. Or she said at least that's what they leaked was we get more Punisher next season. And I heard it is all 2 seasons almost filmed together. I did hear that rumor.
I hope that it does well enough that Punisher will get his own series again. That would be awesome. Yeah. But we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see what happens with that.
Yeah. She says in the comics, Fisk owned the cops, and that's what they were going for, not the political crap going on.
No, and here he doesn't own the cops because he's pulling back all the support on the cops. He's not giving them any money. So he doesn't own the cops. The cops are against him in here.
Yeah. And I want to add this. Sage says this. He says, Daredevil for me, Daredevil for me is just a Batman who stopped seeing the light, because he became blind. LOL. I gotcha. That was a good one. One. Seriously, though, the background story, everything is just Batman-ish. Yes, to a certain degree, except he's blind. That's a good one.
It's been argued in the past that Daredevil is kind of Marvel's version of Batman. I'm not going to deny that. I mean, technically, they're both the man without fear. We do have that. That aspect, but I do think they're different in certain ways. Where Batman is a millionaire and a philanthropist, where and Batman. So you got Batman. He fights on a street level as a vigilante, but then he tries to improve the city through philanthropy. So you have that issue, or not issue, but you have that aspect of Batman. With Daredevil, okay, you've got the vigilante street fighting level. That aspect is it rhymes with Batman. But yet then you have Charlie Cox, who's the lawyer, and he's trying to fight things on a legal level and do it the proper way through the proper.
That's a good insight. Yeah.
So there are differences between the two. Batman doesn't fight through the legal system. Batman tries to better through philanthropy. where Charlie Cox tries to better through the legal system. And then when he can't do the legal system, he kicks people's asses.
Woohoo! So let me ask you this. Let's continue with Punisher for just a second, because at the end of episode 3 was a super shocker. Didn't see it coming.
Oh, we do have to talk about one other character before we sign off, but just a reminder.
Okay.
Don't forget White Tiger. So,
well, I am referencing White Tiger.
Oh, okay.
It happens at the end of episode 3. So let's talk about White Tiger. Sure. You talk about what you want to talk about White Tiger, but I'll tell you the shock. I want to talk about that shock and get your opinion on it.
Oh, okay.
That happened at the end of that episode. So, real quick. We already talked about that. Okay. Sage says, man without fear, blinded in some degree to all around, but sees more than most. Corrupt cops, slander, city decay. Crime only pays if handled by costume vigilantes. Pays off handled by, because like everything is the same. One legal system, one money spending manipulation.
Did I mess up on something?
What do you mean? Where are you at?
Well,
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
My wife commented, Matt Murdock, question mark. I don't know. Did I?
Probably. It's okay. We're good.
Maybe in my rant, I called Matt something else.
You probably did. Yeah. Okay. Nice rant, by the way.
Thanks.
Okay. So let's talk about White Tiger. Angie, I'll get to your comment in a second. I don't want to put it on the screen just yet.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We got to wait for that one for a moment. Anyway,
right.
Go ahead.
So, White Tiger, because mine is the spoiler. So that's why. So White Tiger, I thought was interesting. We've got a character, and then all of a sudden he finds out, Matt Murdock finds out, figures out he's White Tiger and all that kind of stuff and all that. So I like the character, another vigilante doing what needs to be done on the streets and stuff like that.
What'd you think of the twist in the courtroom?
The one where that Matt Murdock outed him?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I understood it, but I didn't like it. Yeah.
I think the only reason Matt outed him is because I think at that point he legally had nowhere else to go, which I do like this aspect because you're seeing a very smart lawyer at work here and everything. Mm-hmm. Something we didn't see in She-Hulk. I don't think she was all that great a lawyer. I think Matt would really kick her butt in the courtroom. But I thought it was interesting. But from a vigilante aspect, it was kind of a dick move.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I get it. I understood it. But I think it opened up to what happened at the end of the season, or at the end of the episode 3.
Yeah. Correct.
Which and then yeah. So okay. So let's do this real quick. I'm going to put the screen back up because this is a major spoiler. Major spoiler. So at the end, we see him don the White Tiger costume, which was like great. I'm like, yeah, let's see what he can do. Man, that they could tag team. Wouldn't that be cool? That's where my brain was going.
I thought
I liked it. Yeah.
I don't know anything about White Tiger in the comic books, so I don't
know either.
I don't know if they've got him correct as far as the comic books go, but I enjoyed him in the series. It was
a good interaction between the two. Some of what the character had stated when he was in jail talking with Matt was really good. Of you wouldn't understand, or but you're like, ha, Matt Murdock does understand. Costume vigilanteism kind of a thing, and then so I like that interaction, and I thought, oh, maybe they'll tag team. And I'm like, okay, we're going to see him back in action.
Oh, man, that would have been good. I would have enjoyed that.
Right. And then, all of a sudden, you're like, cool. Then out of the shadows walks someone with a gun, shoots him. And then he comes to the screen walking away, and it's the Punisher outfit, where you see the Punisher emblem underneath. And so real quick, I want to get back to Angie's note here real quick, was Rip White Tiger. He did good. And that's also why she gave it a 7. She gave it a 7 out of 10.
And we should mention that the actor has actually passed away. The real actor has passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Don't know what he died of. Let's see. White Tiger, Disney Plus.
So yeah, Angie said that's what I was hoping for too. I'm assuming that's tag team and all that.
Yeah, I would. That would have
And
been.
then she
awesome.
said, yes, it was very sad.
Trying to find it here. But I had read somewhere that the actor has actually passed away. And I think if you watch that episode at the end of it, they dedicate that episode to the actor too.
Camar de los Reyes. Yeah. He did really good. He died December 24th, 2023.
Wow, Christmas Eve. Yeah. So RIP to him, that sucks. And I would have liked to have seen a little more of his character. I would have loved to have seen him and Daredevil tag team. I think that would have been a cool fight if we would have had that. And again, I like the look of him. He looked good. So, yep. Yeah. Hashtag RIP White Tiger. Said
the actor Camar de los Reyes. Sorry, I'm probably butchering his name, and I don't mean to. I want to honor that. So he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Angie says he died of cancer.
Okay.
Brenda said it too. So apparently they both found it before me. And there is one last character we need to mention.
Okay.
So near the end, there was another character that was introduced. And at first I thought this guy was trying to be a copycat of White Tiger. Because I didn't know anything about this character. Don't know his background, nothing about him. All we saw was a white mask with what looked like red blood coming down from the eyes. And the look of it.
Oh, yeah.
It almost looks similar to the White Tiger mask. But, I was just like, oh, it's kind of a homemade thing. He's like trying to copycat White Tiger. And then no. He might be a bigger bad, and he is called the Muse.
The Muse?
The Muse. And
yeah, bodies hanging up in that thing. And I was like, eek.
This guy looks like he should be fodder for the Punisher to me. I want to see the Punisher take this guy on. But we did actually get introduced to his alter ego at the beginning of the season. And I didn't realize it until I watched Emergency Awesome. But he is the guy that goes through the line to get the autograph of the psychiatrist and everything. That's the Muse. So.
Mm-hmm. She dead, he dead, they all dead.
I got a feeling he's probably going to go after the psychiatrist at some point.
Yes, the girlfriend, the new girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's kind of stalking her. That's just my thought. So,
yeah,
we'll see. So the second half could be really, really good. We'll see where this goes, but Muse sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to more of this character, find out about him, because man, he looks bloody and crazy.
Right. So again, bringing in some of the darker aspects of the Daredevil, the Netflix series, they were all the darker side of things, and that's what made them really gritty, which made them really good. So it's interesting to see that Disney Plus is bringing that side. So like Disney Plus is no longer a kids thing. When they added, what was it? They first added Hulu, then they added other stuff. Then there was the adult version. Remember that? They had to get permission. What's your age? And all that kind of stuff. And they changed it so it's like that. So
yeah, sometimes it's weird turning on Disney and, you get the little things that slide across and stuff. And you see things. It's like, I never imagined I would see that on a quote unquote Disney property.
Yes.
So.
Yes, correct.
I wasn't amused. Nice.
And all.
No, what are we knowing about?
I can't remember what it says. I got the impression for the first time I saw him, I was like, yeah, he's shady. Oh, talking about the Muse.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I thought he was creepy when we first met him, and I knew there was something up. I just wasn't sure, and then I kind of forgot about him. And then rewatching this episode, and then I watched Emergency Awesome. I was like, oh, okay, it's him. Yeah, that makes sense now. So, so I still have high hopes for the second half of the season. And again, I don't want to say that I don't like it. There's just some aspects I didn't like. There's a lot of good to be seen in it.
Yeah, I think because we're mid-season, it will be interesting to see how much more points, scores, much more better it will be. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I can tell you now, if we pick up with the Punisher and we have more fight scenes with the Punisher and have Punisher and Daredevil fighting alongside each other, that's going to help right there. Muse character looks interesting. I'm looking forward to that. And then Kingpin has just been phenomenal in almost everything he's been in. So I love that. And I want to say there are some people on the internets, who are complaining about the Kingpin's size and all. Because, in the comic books, he's ridiculously huge.
Right.
And I'm going to say it now. I'm glad he's not. They didn't try to make him into this bulky, weird shape, guy that we see in the comic. But I like it in the comic. Don't get me wrong, but
I thought they connected it well. I guess because they were like, he's been gone away for a while healing because he got shot in the face, kind of a thing, or that alluded back to Echo.
Even Matt Murdock comments, you've lost some weight.
Yeah.
So he even comments that he's smaller, so, and I've heard rumors that he's going to get bigger by the end of the series too. Now, what that means exactly, I don't know. I hope it doesn't mean we see this incredibly crazy looking, hulking, well, not even hulking, blobbish.
When they did the Daredevil movie and they had Fisk and it was Michael Clark Duncan. Love that actor. Loved him.
Are you talking about the Ben Affleck one?
The Ben Affleck one.
Okay. It's been years since I watched that.
Michael Clark Duncan, he was big, but he was big because he was muscular big, but it wasn't like Hulk big. It was just like he's strong, but he's big boned, kind of a thing, if you want to say that. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that aspect of it. And I enjoyed that actor anyway. I loved him in The Green Mile and in some other shows. I really enjoyed, I do appreciate his work. And, so that's what I'm kind of hoping for. That kind, if they're able to do that, or Vincent D'Onofrio's down for that kind of a thing.
I think Vincent D'Onofrio looks great the way he is.
I think he's great.
Yeah. And I think they should just not worry about making him bigger.
Right.
I don't need that. I think they've established his strength, his size, and I think they've done a good job at it. And I don't think they need to focus anymore on that, honestly.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. Oh, we got more comments. So, sorry, everybody. I wasn't keeping up. Michael Clark Duncan was Kingpin. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, she's running out. See you later. Peace out, Angie. Thanks for joining us.
Angie, thank you. Awesome.
So, yeah. So, well, we're wrapping up anyway. So,
be wrapping up now. So,
yeah. So, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for being a part of the show. I think overall, I am going to watch the rest of it. I may Steven skip some things, maybe.
We'll see.
It depends on, I want more action. I'm ready for more action, kind of a thing. And that's what I'm wanting. And I want to see the suit. I want to see Daredevil. I want to see him in action. That's why I watch the show. That's what I want to see. Even though I don't like the story part at the beginning with trying to get him to give up the mantle, and then now he's reborn. Okay, fine, whatever, but move it along. Kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Right now, there are some parts that I think, we don't need this part. This is just drama for drama. You're drawing this out kind of thing. But, that's always my complaint about some of these shows anyway. So that's it.
Let me see Daredevil and Punisher just kick ass, just like they're supposed to. That's who they are. Let them be who they are. I want to see them beat people up.
Yes.
That's why I watch this show.
Yep. Agreed. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for joining us today on Two Geeks and a Microphone. It's been great to have you guys join us. We love the comments. We love interacting with everybody. So thanks, Sage. It was great to have you with us. Mark, Three Geeky Dads, which is probably Brian. Thanks for hanging out with us, Angie.
No, it was Mark. It was Mark. It wasn't Brian.
Well, Mark was separate. There was Mark on his own.
Oh, the Three Geeky Dads. Okay.
And the Three Geeky Dads was probably Brian.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Brenda, thanks for joining because it was pretty funny. And
hockey.
So anyway,
there should be more fighting in Daredevil than there is in hockey. I mean, there should be fighting in hockey too, but anyway, sorry I cut you off, Stephen.
No, that's all right. So, everybody, if you want, please check out our website at www.2geeksmike.com. Sorry, I'll put the show thing up there. I clicked the wrong one. Just updated that this morning. So it's got kind of what's coming up on our shows and stuff like that. We've got pretty cool. One of the fun ones we got coming up is Mike is going to watch Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix. I watched it. We got to talking about Karen Gillan. And I said, "Oh, have you not seen this movie?" And so we're going to watch the movie. I love assassin type movies. And so it's a fun one in my opinion. So we're going to do that, but we've also got other things coming up. We've already referenced, having Tom Hutchinson with Big Dog Inc. celebrating their seasons. We are going to do Reacher next week. Very excited about having Reacher on, or doing Reacher.
We're going to have Reacher on?
Wouldn't that be fun? That would be awesome.
Dang, even how'd you pull that one off?
Right? Yeah. That'd be kind of cool though, wouldn't it? Also, if you ever want to reach out to us, just comment or make suggestions and stuff like that, show at 2geeksmike.com, show at 2geeksmike.com. Mike's pretty good at keeping up to tabs on that. We do know that some people reach out to us on Facebook as well. That's fine too. Mike does a nice job of keeping up on that too as well. If you want to check out our merch page, you can get to it to our website, or you can go straight at 2geeksmikemerch.com. And we're working on some fun stuff right now, and so we'll keep you guys apprised of some other things. We may have some other merch that we may put up on our Ko-fi page as well. So if I can get it working, and I'm kind of excited about it. So it would be opportunities. So it's kind of exciting.
Hopefully Steven's going to make me a t-shirt. I sent him an idea earlier this week.
Yes.
He got it.
I did. I'm waiting to hear back from my guy, kind of a thing. So
you got a guy.
I got a guy. I got a guy who will make the prints and I can press them and stuff. So yeah. So that's what
I won't
we're
say
about.
what the shirt is. If you make it, we'll run on the show.
Right. You see this black shirt? This black shirt may turn into the same shirt that I will send to you.
Nice.
I mean, not this one. I'll get you another black shirt.
I've wanted that print for years, actually. So
that's a tease, everybody. So that's the tease. So if you want to support us, speaking of Ko-fi, and for our Ko-fi subscribers, having things available to you guys, you can check us out at ko-fi.com, Ko-fi/2geeks, or you can look us up, 2 Geeks, on the Ko-fi page. That's just where we instead of Patreon, we do Ko-fi, and we really like it. And so we're getting the process of adding more and more to it. And as you heard from Mike today, we may have his audiobook.
And I have put some fun journal entries from a couple of the characters from the book. So if you subscribe over there, you can get those journal entries from Dr. Ethan Caldwell and Anya Petrov, two of my characters from my books, and they're fun little entries. Just a warning, there is spoilers within those entries, so if you don't want any spoilers for the book, then wait and get the book, which I highly recommend anyway. So,
yeah. Yep. All right. Well, with that being said, Mike, anything else?
Nope, that's all I got. So other than make sure and go and like and subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. I think I hit all of them this time.
Yes, you did.
I try to make some funny memes, so on and so forth, or post some funny memes. Some of them I made, some of them I borrow.
Everybody does. Everybody borrows from someone else. Yes.
All's fair in love and war, right? But anyway, and I try to put any information about upcoming episodes such as this one. And when we go live, speaking of going live, we go live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math, because I did enough math this morning.
Well done. Well done. Awesome. Well, everybody, thanks so much for joining us here. Mike, I'll leave it to you to sign us off.
All right. With that said, over and out. And please do not skip this episode, because we are much more better than the rest.
Woohoo!
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
may the Force be with you.